As I'm sure you're all aware, the US futures exchanges are in the process of launching Bitcoin futures. CBOE actually launched Bitcoin futures today. CME are going to follow up on the 18th of December. So let's just take a quick look at what that looks like. So what you can see, this is the XBT, this is the CBOE Bitcoin futures. You can see it's a very, very thinly traded instrument. Obviously, it's just been launched today. You know, we've got no idea how much liquidity is going to come into it. This is still Sunday evening, US time. I would say, you know, if you're looking at this, looking to trade this right now as a hedge, it's probably okay to trade. If you're looking at this from a speculator's point of view, you might want to wait till a bit more liquidity comes into this market, unless you know something that I don't. Now, in terms of accessing these, we've got a number of data providers that we support right now. We've got CQG, IQFeed, Rhythmic, and Gain. Gain is also the OEC platform, the Daniels Trading, S5 Trading platform. Now, just because the data feeds are supporting the instruments doesn't necessarily mean your brokerage is supporting them. Anyway, let me just give you a rundown of who's doing what. So for Gain, I can't see these instruments on their feed at the moment. Okay, so if you're using daytradr and using the Gain feed, you're not going to see these instruments. If you're using IQ feed, the instruments are there, but for some reason there's no market depth. And let me just bring up the IQ feed market depth application. This is the IQ feed market depth. At XBTF18, it is an IQ feed. With our common mapping, we just use the exchange symbol. So you can see we've got the trades on there, no market depth. I would imagine that's just something that IQ feed need to sort out, or maybe there's an extra fee for that. We can see it's delayed 10 minutes. So over the next few days, I'll be talking to IQ feed about that. CQG, good, all ready to go. There's a couple of issues with the way they're sending the tick size and tick value across, which we've kind of put in an interim fix at the moment. So you will need to upgrade Jigsaw to get the data. So Rhythmic, if we look on here, we don't have the XBT, which is a CBOE contract. I don't think that Rhythmic supports CBOE. If we look at the BTC, the one that launches in a few days or about a week's time, we can see we've actually got the Bitcoin futures. Now, if I bring that up, obviously, I've got a depth of market. There's no data, yeah, because that's not been launched yet. So CQG is ready to go. IQ feeds are missing the market depth. Rhythmic appears to not support CBOE, but we'll get in touch with them. But it will support the CME Bitcoin exchange, and Gain's not ready yet. So that's a state of play. It's going to be interesting over the next few days to see how much liquidity comes into this market. I wouldn't pay that much attention to the amount of liquidity that's there right now, because as I say, this market's just launched and there's going to be a lot of people on the sidelines just waiting to see kind of how it all plays out. But at the moment, huge spread between the bid and the offer, and not much trade going on at all one lots. Okay, all looks like Joe Retail. So it'll be interesting again, what happens when the US markets open later on, see if we actually get some decent liquidity in there at the moment. For me, I'm in wait and see mode. I'd like to kind of give this a few weeks. I would not be surprised if this market went limit down or limit up, even on the first trading day. So I think the limit down is 10%, and it seems the way it's moving around, it could easily go down, up or down 10% very quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would really pay attention to that. You know, if you're in a position this goes limit down, it's not the ideal scenario for a trader. So I'd keep an eye on that. Certainly give it a few days before you trade it. You don't have to take my advice, but I do like to err on the side of caution. Anyway, it's all there for you, so go and play with it. And if you've got any problems with that, please let me know. Thank you.